Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the inaugural episode of The Troll King Cooks. One of my favorite things in life is food. And with bodybuilding, with most of the things you're going to see, a lot of people are going to tell you it has to be rice and this, rice and that, just really plain all the time. And that actually is not true, at least not in my experience. That's something people, if they just are lazy, if they don't want to look into it at all or do any cooking, if you have an internet connection, and you can look at Instagram, look at YouTube, you can find all kinds of things, especially these days, that are actually really healthy. Things you can cook even when you're in show prep. I mean, obviously I'm in off season now, so there's a little bit more leeway, but you can always find something. One of my favorite things to cook is Indian food. My wife has always been a really big fan of Indian food. We used to live in South Carolina, and I just did not like the restaurants there. It was the texture of the food, not so much the spices, but I was not a big fan. But we went to a place in Asheville called Blue Dream Curry House, and I found, when it's cooked correctly, or just better, in my opinion, I actually really like it. I like the spice combinations. And so, couple that, I'm just going a little side avenue here. We also used to watch, and we still watch, it's just not on right now, Great British Bake Off. And there was a competitor named Chetna McCann, and I just happened to follow her on Instagram. Then I found out she had a YouTube channel, and I've bought her cookbooks, and I've looked, and I'm just gonna say, if you are curious about Indian food, but you want it to be a little healthier, or anything, if anything Indian food, I'm gonna leave a link to the video that we're using specifically, and just look at her channel, look at her page. Huge fan. I've made a lot of her dishes, and my wife is very happy about it as well. So what we're gonna make today is an egg curry, a masala egg curry that I saw in a video of hers that we're pretty stoked about. So what we got right here, got 4 tomatoes. The recipe called for 3, but we're using Roma, so a little smaller, so we got 1 more. 2 yellow onions. I've already peeled off the little hairy, sheddy skin bits. She called for green chilies. They did not have green chilies at the store when we went, so I got jalapenos, which is fine. It's honestly a little extra kick, which is never a big problem. The wife got some naan at the store that she's going to use, or some kind of bread. And I have some rice that I'm making, just plain white rice. I usually go for sushi rice. You can get it at Costco in giant bags, because I go through a lot of rice with my standard. My standard meal plan is white rice and beef, or white rice and chicken. It's basically my life. But all right, we're gonna get this all chopped up. We're gonna start, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, guys. So we got 3 things. We got grass-fed butter cut into chunks, just 3 tablespoons. Put that in a hot pan. We're gonna put a little sunflower oil over it to make sure the butter does not burn. Get around a little bit. My rice is ready. That's what I mean. Then we're going to put in 2 onions, yellow onions, and some green chili. And cook this until it is golden. Alright, guys. Onions are nice and brown. Onions and green chili. What we've got here is 3 cloves of grated garlic and about, like I said, a chunk of ginger. So we're gonna drop that in, stir it around, and cook this for just a couple minutes. It freaking smells incredible in here. All right, so we got that stirred in. Got our 4 tomatoes. Put it in there. Stir them around just a bit. Alright, then we're going to cover it, and we're going to cook it for about 10-15 minutes. Alright, guys, got it uncovered. This is about the consistency we're working with. We're going to go ahead, put in our seasonings, stir it, and get a good grip. What we've got here is a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of chaat masala. She uses garam masala already, but we're using chaat masala. A teaspoon of ground cumin, and a teaspoon of chili powder, and about 3/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt, 3/4 teaspoon of sugar. Sugar was added at a different step, but should be. any big kind of problem. We're just gonna get to know each other here for just a minute. Stir them around a bit. You see, they're already this kind of texture. What we're about to do looked pretty fun when I was watching it. We're gonna take a little potato masher, mash it to bits, which is good. My wife hates onions. The only time she can handle onions is if they're just cooked so finely that she can't taste them or can't sense the texture or such and such. So normally we have to make 2 batches of the stuff we eat because I like onions. But with Indian food, it just seems like the whole concept is to just put delicious crap together and mash it together and make something else delicious. Alright, so let's see about mashing. Alright, so we're satisfied with our mash. So we're going to take 300 ml of water, or if you're an American, somewhere between 1 1/4 and 1.5 cups of water. Pour that in, turn this heat up to high. I'm trying to get this to a boil. We're going to let it boil for a few minutes. Stir that in a little bit. We got the masala off, cooling down, the curry. So we got a little sunflower oil in there. We got an egg we have beaten. We're gonna put in a little green chili, which is jalapeno for us, and a little cilantro. A little tip for my American friends: when you watch cooking shows with British people, they're gonna call this coriander leaves. Most of you probably already know it. Yeah, I'm the only one that was just walking around my friggin' supermarket looking for coriander leaves. It's cilantro. And a little pinch of salt, which, there we go. A pinch of chili powder. Put that in there with the egg. And then so, off to the side, what we have here, some hard-boiled egg bits, pieces, that we already had made. So, that there, that there, that. And then, this is the part that I will likely not succeed at, is the flip. Almost. I was almost there. Trying to tuck it back in. Not likely. Get a little plate for this dude. Over here, cooling off. I got my little thing of white rice. Just put some good cover in here. Awesome, awesome. Stay put, spoon. That's probably gonna sink in. And then what we're gonna do, go here. Get this lovely kid off the thing, and then perfect.